Hello and welcome to Camp Kaiju Monster Movie Talk. I'm here to talk about Earth vs. the Flying Saucers from 1956 and the second film in July's series called Summer Smash Part 2, Welcome to Earth. Last week we covered Independence Day, and if you've seen Independence Day, then a lot of what this movie is will sound very familiar to you. You might even be surprised. So I'm gonna get to that. I just want to say first off, thank you for being here and thank you for checking out the official merch for Camp Kaiju. You can check that out at Bandits Emporium, and we got t-shirts in all sorts of colors. So fun stuff. Hey, get yourself a t-shirt. Some people already have. But as far as Earth versus the Flying Saucers go, I want to start off with the good, of course, and of course, you have to mention the special effects by Ray Harryhausen. And he is not the first, this is not the first of his movies I have covered on this series, but it is the first that maybe missed the mark for me, actually. I'm going to tell you why. While his effects are really good, they are limited to the flying saucers themselves. So you've got these flying saucers, typical, saucer-shaped UFOs coming into Earth, and they're spinning, and those are completely animated via stop motion, and they look really great. But that's all you get. So if you're really looking for some Ray Harryhausen magic, you're not getting any monsters, you're not getting any aliens, you're not getting any dinosaurs, you're just getting rotating saucers. Done very well, but a little less exciting than 20 million miles to Earth, for example. So there's that. And as far as the more good, it can't be overstated how influential this movie is. I mentioned those saucers. They play right into the playbook of Independence Day, for example, and even Mars Attacks, which, doing my research, Tim Burton even talked with Ray Harryhausen. And we all know Mars Attacks is a spoof on the genre. Well, it's really a spoof on this particular movie. And I'll be watching Mars Attacks in a couple weeks, so I'm very excited to get to it now that I've seen this Earth versus the Flying Saucers. Yeah, because at the climax, the saucers are attacking Washington, D.C., and they're crashing into the Washington Monument, which, if you know Mars Attacks, that's a very famous scene where that UFO is kind of toying around with the monument. So that's all really great stuff. As far as the bad goes, like I said, it's not the most expressive sort of examples of Harryhausen's work. This is not a movie I would say, watch this if you want to see examples of Ray Harryhausen's mastery. Not it. In terms of the other stuff, the big thing is the aliens themselves. Man, totally missed the mark. And I know that they were working on a bit of a shoestring budget, but the alien costumes were just wonky, and literally, like, they didn't move. Their joints didn't move. And they weren't even robots. They just looked like some kids in like a Tin Man suit. I was like, well, the Tin Man has more expression than these dopes. So kind of missed the mark for me, and you imagine, like, wow, what would it be like if the aliens were animated the same as the saucers, or the UFOs had a U.S. Air Force to dogfight with. And if Harryhausen had his money, man, what he could have come up with, I think, would have been quite exceptional. But be that as it may, the movie doesn't quite reach those upper limits. And for the downright campy, real quick, I just gotta say, there's a scene where one of the humans puts on one of those alien robot helmets, and he tries his best to sell it, but it looks like he's just wearing a can on his head. So it's pretty funny. Check it out if you want, if you are a fanatic, but otherwise, you can probably skip this one and just watch Independence Day, honestly. So thanks for hanging out with me. Engage with Camp Kaiju on Instagram, YouTube, hit the link in the bio, and we'll catch you next week when we're going to talk about Men in Black. Here they come. See ya.